Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. This time we're live. This time everything's gonna work. Here on twitch.tv/Perry Von Vicious or over on youtube.com/at Perry Von Vicious. Welcome everybody. We are playing some Monster Jam Showdown tonight. Called an audible. Was going to be down in the workshop doing a little bit of toy making, and yeah, ironically, to avoid some tech issues that would require a lot of setup, taking down, reset up, rechecking, and testing over the next 2 days, I called the audible to stay up here and to play some Monster Jam. And the very first thing that happened was Streamlabs crashed on me entirely. I had to restart the computer. Uh, I'm furious, absolutely furious. All right, we're hopping back into the Showdown tour, everybody. This is I on seriously. I'm in a mood today, you guys. You're catching me. This is a rare Perry. I am typically a fairly jovial, happy fella, and I am not feeling it today. I'm yeah, just about had it with tech issues and with so many people that I have to work with in so many different situations that are just, you know, I won't get into it too much because I don't want to bury people that some other people are aware of. There's people who are very likely in the chat watching the stream that know the very people I want to complain about, and I'm gonna bite my tongue. Instead, we're gonna chill. We're gonna race some monster trucks because why the hell not? Adam NX67 back in the chat. Yes, test, test. This is a test. Completely inaudible lyrics about test. All right, we are just trying to rack up as many points as possible with this truck right now because we're trying to earn the medals. Oh, we're off to yeah, not a great start. All right, well, Day Without Darkness. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I was hoping to be down in the workshop making some toys, and my day was so trying for reasons that are not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. That when I came home for the day, I crawled into bed and took an hour and a half long nap and woke up about 15 minutes before I was supposed to stream. Called the Audible to play some Monster Jam Showdown. And of course, even with that supposedly making life easier, Streamlabs just took a great big dump when I loaded it up to go live. And it waited till I'd already had the going live soon video up for a little while before it decided to just crap out on me. Meaning that I'd amassed quite a number of viewers sitting and waiting for the stream, and then had to shut the stream off. And then it looked like it was going to work, so I went live again, and about 5 seconds in, it crashed. So had to do a full-on relaunch of everything. Not an ideal Wednesday night, you guys. But I will say, I was able last night to get the snow plow and sanding bucket we designed onto the 3D printer. I'll also say I've not had the chance to go downstairs and look and see how it turned out. It should have been done this morning before I left for the day for all my meetings. I assume it came out well, although with the way the day is gone, I have no reason to believe that. Does this game have a custom truck creation? No, unfortunately it doesn't. Yeah, almost none do. That's one of the reasons that I love playing BeamNG so much is, all the monster trucks are just fan mods. So there's all kinds of trucks, an infinite number almost. I mean, just in what I downloaded, and there's way more than just what I've downloaded. I have something like 1,200 monster trucks to choose from. All right, that was not a great run. I also don't really love this arena, so we're gonna take it elsewhere. I think it's Death Valley has an arena that I really like in the stadium. And it is all the freestyles where I tend to rack up the most points. So we'll keep bouncing around and just seeing. Hopefully someone on BeamNG makes a Homestar truck. The body is just Homestar's head. Nightmare fuel for all. I mean, Strong Bad should definitely have a monster truck. I believe there is a Strong Bad email that's basically just a monster truck rally commercial. Now, this is to me maybe the most realistic looking arena that they have here because it's all indoor with sort of that indoor lighting. Like this is what Monster Jam actually looks like when you're at like a huge arena. Yes, Awesome Cross 98. That is the one. I knew you'd know the one. Because there's that one that's basically a monster truck rally commercial for Strong Bad. And then there's the one that's about wrestling, where we hear about characters like Garden Boy and Gary the Legend, Homestar's imaginary tag team partner. Thrill as the cheat attempts to jump the king of town, eating a cardboard box covered in syrup. Forward flip? Yeah. Mad scientist style. Let's go. Yeah, we're racking up some proper points here. This is looking good. String it. Okay, well, we got a 500,000 on that little run. That's gonna help. I don't even know what our goal number is because I've been so like not mentally in it yet. I didn't even look at what the goal was. I just know that we only had a bronze medal with this truck, so we needed to work till we hit that gold. All right, just shy of a 500,000 there. Not bad, not bad. We're getting there. Recoil in horror as the poopsmith lights some smoke bombs. Then you'll just have to be there to find out. All right. You bet. Okay, it's 3 million points we got to get the gold emblem for Wild Side. So we're cruising along. We're getting there. Don't forget, folks, we got adult admission is just $5. Kids and old people not allowed. Bring some Kentucky Fried Chicken for me. Don't forget, folks, we got those bit alerts for the folks who are feeling generous and want to hear some cool clips from some stuff that I like. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute the desktop audio so that we can have that when it's time. Otherwise, it will all go awry. Awry, not to be confused with Rye, encrypted cryptid, one of our regulars here in the chat. Let's see. That was a good one. Let's try this one. Again, we're just trying to rack up as many points as we can. Free performance by Limousine. Now, is that the debut of Limousine, or is that a callback to the cartoon that introduced Limousine? I can't remember. Limousine is frequently referenced by myself and Rick Bison on long car rides. We will randomly just break into got the heart of a lion and the wings of a bat because it's midnight. That was almost our entrance theme when we first started tagging. And I mean, we went through a lot of different themes when we first started. You know, most famously when we're together, we entered to Rip's singles theme, which is "Hate Myself for Loving You" by Joan Jett, which is a great entrance theme. The crowd sings along, we get the headbang on the turnbuckle, really, really solid. But we entered to various things. We entered to Weezer's cover of the Turtles, "So Happy Together," which was my call, and Rip gave in and went with it because it worked pretty well. We entered to "Ballroom Blitz" being covered by Crucial Taunt from the movie Wayne's World. And let's see, we also entered to "Metal Gods" by Judas Priest. That was other than Joan Jett, that was probably the one we used the most. It just felt right.
Nailed it! Awesome stunt.
That was there's the episode where Strong Bad talks about the two types of heavy metal. There's your classic 80s hair metal, like Limousine. And then there's the more modern, dark metal, often from Slavic nations like Tarantula.
Oh, it just keeps getting
Tarantula's
better.
all jug, 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 jug. Limousine's all squeaky.
One last maneuver.
Last night, for those who were here, we were showing off some of my my Homestar Runner figurines from when they briefly had a run of toys that they did. That was on our channel points reward. Show a toy. I do have a couple toys lined up for tonight. I don't have that many, but there's always a few more in the room that I can pilfer from when I run out of what I've prepared. So if anyone's not saving up for karaoke and wants to pop a show a toy, the offer always stands. I have that set of Homestar figures as well as the Cheat Commandos. Now, I never got the Cheat Commandos. I got Series 1 and 2 of the Homestar figurines. I never got the Cheat Commandos, and I really wish I had. I will say everyone can go ahead and forget about the Hydrate reward tonight, because I did not bring my usual iced coffee with me. Instead, I do just have water, so I'm just drinking that already. So no need to waste your points on that. Buy all our playsets and toys. Boy, if ever there was something that I relate to. Yeah, at some point I need to make more playsets. Because Oh, someone popped it. Who popped it? Day Without Darkness redeemed Show a Toy. Let's see, I'm going to make sure that I pause this before I start losing time, before I show the toy. Pop the Show a Toy. Thank you so much, Day Without Darkness. And I'll do one with a little bit of irony, because those who watch regularly know Day Without Darkness is family to me. Legitimately my family. Lived in the house with my family when I was very, very little for a time. And in many ways was sort of my nanny when I was very, very little. I mean, so little that I personally, my brain doesn't remember that time because I was so small. Let's see. Hi, Claire VW6SB over on YouTube. I'm certain that is a real username and not a bot-generated one. If it's a real username, keep talking to me in the chat. Say hello. Tell me how much you like monster trucks. But we're doing Show a Toy. That got redeemed over on the Twitch channel. So Day Without Darkness, we're showing a toy, and the irony is you are family. I'm going to show someone who I always claim is family. And that is this figure of old Uncle Sid that I got when I was wrestling in Maine back in November. A vendor there who was selling some old toys. This is from the WCW era toys. He has a little lever on the back that I know does something, but I've yet to make it work. No amount of moving it seems to do anything. So I have no idea. But this great little oh okay. Claire over on YouTube is not a bot, continuing to talk to me. Hello, sending some emotes. But this is Uncle Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid from WCW. When I was wrestling in Maine, one of the vendors there was selling some old toys and knew who I was and said, "Hey, here's a figure I had kicking around from WCW of your old Uncle Sid." There he is, Sid Udy, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, whatever you want to call him. Old Uncle Sid. It's a big figure too. Like it's maybe just a tiny bit smaller in scale than modern figures, but I tend to collect the Hasbro scales, so this one's big considering. I used him for my Go Live post over on Instagram. Let's see, Adamantix67 says, oh, like extended family like Uncle Sid. Kind of, only Day Without Darkness is actually family. I don't think Day Without Darkness would have a problem me saying that she is my cousin. My older cousin who is getting married in a couple of months, and I will be the officiant at that wedding. So yeah, wrestling bookings, monster truck bookings, and apparently I officiate weddings. This will be, I'm not joking, the second wedding I've officiated at, and my record holds. As an adult, I have only attended one wedding where I was not the officiant or the best man, and that was my own wedding. I never go to a wedding unless I have a real good reason to be there. And in the case of yeah, I don't break out the moonwalk often. There we go. Look at that. Like MJ at Motown 25. Come on. Encrypted, welcome back. Encrypted says she has 2 whole wrestling bookings next month, and they are back to back. Let's see, I know one of them. Are they back-to-back same weekend or back-to-back 2 different weekends? Back-to-back in wrestling can mean an awful lot. Because I bet I could guess what the shows are. Oh, same weekend. Okay, well, I know one of them is Pro Wrestling Grind. February 27th in Florence, Mass. Making our debut at the beautiful Florence VFW Ballroom. You can get those tickets at eventbrite.grindpuro.com. Or check out Grind Puro on all their socials. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on into the chat because why not? Why make an alert if you're not going to use it?
Makes a perfect donut.
Oh, Cabra Wrestle. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's the other one. Busy weekend. And those are in 2 fairly disparate places in Massachusetts, pretty far away from each other. So a bit of travel for you that weekend. You know, it's not working in wrestling if you're not traveling all over. So I can recall weekends while I was on the West Coast where I would wrestle. Thursday night after my day job, I would wrestle in Martinez, California, a mere 35 minutes from where I lived and where I worked. And then Friday night, I would wrestle for APW down in Hayward, about 40 minutes from where I lived and worked. And then Saturday morning, I would get in the car with Levi Shapiro, and we would drive all the way down to SoCal, down to LA, about a 6.5-hour drive. We would wrestle there. And then we would go to Disneyland on Sunday because we would have free passes to Disney for the LA booking. So it would be a very busy weekend with a lot of travel. I will say it's typically less travel out here, but not always. There are some weekends where it's pretty close. Pretty close. Guys, let me know about the volumes and everything. If the game's too loud, if the game's not loud enough, let me know. Always open to the welcoming and helping eyes and ears. So you might have a part-time photography gig with a surf therapy non-profit. Yo, what? Surf therapy? I'm assuming that has to be a coastal gig. So presumably a fair bit of travel to get to that from, Worcester, Western Mass, anywhere out this way. And I would think that's probably fairly seasonal out here. Right? Like, because we only have a very brief warm period where people go in the water. But that's really cool. Yeah, wow, that's a very cool game.
Death Valley Stadium, fire your engines! It's time for everybody's
Yeah,
favorite
yeah. Oh, I mean
competition.
that's sick. I can't, hey, getting out by the ocean, getting some rays, getting that vitamin D from the sun, smelling that sea breeze, feeling
It's
the sand
crazy.
between the old toes.
It's
That's
wild
how you make a living.
side.
That's the way you do it. You play the camera
Manages to
on the
hold it.
beach TV. Little, little making dated
A
references
perfect maneuver.
to 80s music videos. They teach neurodivergent kids to surf. That's awesome.
Oh, it just
Look,
keeps getting better.
I've been around surf culture, and I got to tell you, the neurodivergence won't be particularly noticeable in that world. And I say that out of pure love. They are interesting people, and that's how I view people with neurodivergence. They are interesting. They have interests they're willing to tell you about. They have, I guess you could call it, peculiarities about them, and I think that that's awesome because everyone else is boring.
Nailed it.
You know what I
Awesome
mean?
stunt.
Like, it's a thing to be embraced and appreciated about oneself. And boy, the surf culture, having lived in Santa Cruz,
Excellent bicycle.
surf culture is where you see folks like that the most. So I think that that's really rad. What a cool culture to get young kids, especially neurodivergent kids, into, because there's a lot to be said for, I mean, the physical aspects of it for sure, but even just the cultural parts. Really like a fun thing to explore. So cool.
That
What an
bicycle
interesting
was
what an
something
interesting
else.
nonprofit org. Like, not even a thing I would have thought of.
Only 10 seconds
But I guess like
left.
anything physical, anything with like stuff to learn about it can be used as a form of therapy, right? Anything that as Delmy likes to say, anything that tickles a part of your brain that needed it.
Great balance.
Time's up. Okay, well we barely made it into the 6 digits. I'm gonna call that a win anyway. Hello to the folks over on YouTube in the chat. Eric Hat Bronson. They're a long name that I can't fully read. Hola, hello, welcome, welcome on in. Hope you're enjoying some Monster Jam here on a Wednesday night. I'm hanging here, surrounded by some toys, surrounded by some great folks in the chat on Twitch and on YouTube, and desperately trying to get enough points to start knocking off some of these remaining unlockables, some of these remaining achievements in Monster Jam Showdown. The game is coming up on being 2 years old, I believe, coming up on being 3 years old, something like that. And I'm getting close. I've almost 100%ed the game, and it's driven me a little bit crazy that I haven't quite made it yet. So I'm continuing to push on here. Hey, Mr. Man, and here I am trying desperately to get enough points to make you sing a karaoke. Well, I got good news. Hey, Mr. Man, because if you're feeling generous, you don't have to save up the points. You can fire off a bit alert and you can make, there it is. You can make karaoke happen for 2,500 bits. For 3,000 bits, you can have a mystery box. I will send 3 toys from my collection. Could be action figures, could be die-cast monster trucks or cars, and 3 trading cards from my collection. Could be Ninja Turtles, could be New Kids on the Block, could be monster trucks, could be trading cards of me. I will put them in a box and I will send them your way. Yeah, hey, I feel you there, Mr. Man. The crickets in the wallet. We can all relate. You know, it's It's that time of the century. The old 20s.
Let's take a trip to the wild side!
When everything starts to go wrong.
Let's roll!
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Unstoppable! Excellent bicycle!
I've got some air on that one. Holy cow.
A perfect maneuver!
There's the bicycle I was looking for. Uh-oh. Crashing into those presumably JCB diggers there, since they're a sponsor.
Oh, great wheelie!
Thank you, announcer. We thought my wheelie was great, and he was right.
Keeps getting better.
I gotta tell you guys. Hey, Nicka Beans, welcome in. I gotta tell you guys. Ever since I downloaded and installed frickin' Fortnite a couple months back, so that I could play the Disneyland levels. My computer has not been the same. Epic Games Studios has so much frickin' malware that embeds itself and hides itself deep inside your computer. It is infuriating and disgusting, and I hate them, and the game wasn't that good. And I hope that their stupid frickin' right-wing asshole CEO, I hope he goes bankrupt. I hope his company goes bankrupt, and I hope everyone who supports them feels it. Yeah, that's the mood I'm in tonight, folks. Good truck awareness. Thank you.
Oh, you wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
You don't want to get in the way of any truck. Let's be real, right? Like, that's not a place any of us wants to find ourselves.
Makes a perfect donut.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just look. I'm in a mood today. Hey, Mr. Man, Pup Chase. I didn't even realize Pup Chase was in the chat. Welcome. Glad to see you. I didn't even, honestly, I'm just in a big mood today. Just having a real big mood kind of day. Oh, cool. We got a bot telling us where the viewers are. I'll tell you where the viewers are. They're right here, right now, watching this stream, having a blast with Monster Jam, listening to a 41-year-old pro wrestling nerd rant and rave about stuff he barely understands. That's what they're doing, and we're having a great time. Listen, Barry, I get myself into trouble being vocal a lot. Hey, don't we all? Down with evil corporations. Thank you, Day Without Darkness. Had my headphones off and missed what company this was. Oh, it was Epic Games, the folks behind Fortnite. Just so much malware and garbage left on my computer from there. I've tried to purge it. I've done deep dives trying to look up everything it could have left behind, and stuff keeps multiplying and finding its way in, and it makes my Streamlabs not work correctly. It does weird stuff to Google Chrome, and just gross. Yeah, Epic Games is just a horrible company run by horrible people. And honestly, Fortnite sucks. Like, I tried to like, if they made a Disneyland level, I should have loved that. I hated it. I hated it. It was garbage. It made me not feel good playing it. Like, just screw them. So many gaming companies suck. I'll tell you a gaming company that doesn't suck is Mega64, the fine folks who are currently just under 24 hours left for Rocco to be trapped in the room over on their stream. Depending on who's live at the end of this, we may go join them. Rocco has been visited by so many interesting visitors while he's been trapped in the room. He's had reptile handlers come and bring snakes and things for him to be forced to hold. He's had birthday entertainers dressed as Rapunzel and as Buddy the Elf and others come and entertain him. He had a ventriloquist come with all of his dummies and entertain him. And today, they had a wonderful drag artist from San Diego who themselves is a very talented makeup and hair designer come and give Rocco a full drag makeover so that Rocco could perform a couple of numbers on the stream. And it was incredible. It was so good. And Rocco himself was saying, like, this is amazing. I'm so, like, he was saying, like, it's not anything he'd ever thought about doing, but something that he always admired. And got to do that. And the chat was, you know, for a video game centric chat, they were wonderful and respectful and had a great time. Everyone was, at the end, the whole chat was just like, bring him back, do this more, do this with the other guys sometime. And it was fantastic. And when last I looked, Rocco was still, this was hours ago, when last I looked, Rocco was still in the makeup and wig on the stream. And really looks, I mean, like, looks like a different person. It's incredible. Like, some real talent into that. Someone over on, Ericat Bronson over on YouTube says, Fortnite does not suck. Strong disagree. It is poison to the computer. And just a nothing game that did nothing for me when I played it. I wanted to like it. Everyone likes it. You can get easy views on Twitch playing it. I wanted to like it. And it just did nothing for me. It might be that I've aged out of it, admittedly. I might just be too old. It's possible that it's a great game and it's just not for me. Right? Like, it could be, maybe it's a great game, but it is not for me. I think that's probably a more accurate way to describe it. But yeah, that game was 100% not for me. I played it for 2 hours on stream and just felt like it was 2 hours I would never get back. But not everything is for everybody, and I understand that. So if other people enjoy Fortnite and it doesn't poison their gaming systems, good for them. Have I ever tried Roblox? I have not. I understand there are some issues with that as well. I believe there are some ethical issues with a lot of how that company works. Yeah. My friends in the Twitch chat telling me, now that's a truly evil company. And that's my understanding, is there's a toxic world there for sure. Which is crazy. They're dumb little kid games. Like, it shouldn't be like that. You know? I will say, if we're talking about modern games, let's see, this game's only 2 years old, but it's not exactly a tastemaker's game. You know, this is Monster Jam Showdown is a bit of a you know, a specialty game, you know? And I will say I have been playing Hollow Knight Silk Song and really enjoying that. You can blame my good pal Johnny Torres at Concept JT on YouTube and Twitch. You can find him and follow him and check his streams out. He's streaming some Silk Song right now, in fact. That's his fault. He introduced me to that game. I've been really enjoying that. Play that every Monday here on the stream. Last night we were doing some 3D design. Designed a snowplow and sanding bucket to go on a die-cast Hot Wheels scale monster truck. And that should be coming off my 3D printer right now. So hoping that that's looking good where it is. Whoa. Over on YouTube, I'm getting heart alerts. I'm assuming someone's enjoying it. The plan tonight was to be down in the workshop painting what we designed. As we had lost all those points I accumulated. That rollover. Oh, Nickabeans. I knew Nickabeans would come in and redeem Show a Toy. And Nickabeans wasn't here earlier when I showed the Uncle Sid toy I was gifted when I was wrestling at Comic-Con up in Maine. Oh, all kinds of emotes flying over on YouTube. Thanks to the crowd over there. Nickabeans, we're gonna show a toy in just a sec. As soon as I crash here. As soon as I run out of time. Uh-oh, that might be it. That might be it. Save it. Oh, crash. No good. No good. All right, Nickabeans redeemed Show a Toy. So just a little bit earlier, we were showing this figure of old Uncle Sid that I was gifted when I was wrestling up in Maine. And I only have 2 prepared toys tonight. I do have other toys in the room that I can show. So don't be afraid to pop the alert again a little bit later in the stream. I'll find something. This is the other one I had ready to go, and I don't know how this is going to look on screen, if you'll be able to see any of the detail on here. So those who have seen me wrestle know that my entrance theme is Automatic by Less Than Jake, one of my all-time favorite bands. I've been to see them live 20 plus times, an incredible band. JR, the saxophone player in Less Than Jake, big wrestling fan, knows who I am, a big supporter. They've had some toys over the years. They had a character called the two guys who started the band, Chris, the lead singer, and the drummer, the ex-drummer. He's not even in the band anymore. He retired. They used to collect Pez dispensers. So they have their own figure of their little mascot man. This is a bobblehead that glows in the dark, and he is holding a Pez dispenser of himself. And this is the Less Than Jake glow-in-the-dark bobblehead. Not many bands go out and have toys made for their merch, and I really appreciated that they did. This figure always looked an awful lot like Chris, the lead singer, although they insist that that's not who it is. And yeah, holding a little Pez dispenser of himself. And he does glow in the dark. I've had this, I've had this since 2004. And it moved across the country with me. It's been in every office I've ever had, whether it was a workplace or, like now, here in my home office. So that's toy number 2 for those who pop Show a Toy. Val Pancakes, welcome into the chat. Happy to see you, pal. We are rocking and rolling here on a Wednesday night. Getting ready to run another freestyle here. We are just trying to rack up as many points as we can with this truck. I'm trying to just knock off achievements in this game at this point because I worked very quickly when I first got the game 2 years ago to unlock everything. I unlocked everything, and then I beat all the level-specific achievements. And now I'm trying to just unlock all the medals. And for this, I need a cumulative 3 million points with this truck. On a good freestyle, I can get around 500,000. I've had over 1 million on a freestyle. This truck, Wildside, was the 2024 racing champion for the Monster Jam World Finals, an independent truck with a young driver, I believe like 19 or 20. Second generation driver, his father also a driver. And it was really interesting to see an Indy truck win the Monster Jam World Finals racing. Doesn't happen often. Usually it is a truck owned and run by Monster Jam like Gravedigger or Megalodon, someone like that that'll win the big events, and Wildside, an Indy truck, took the win.
Here we go.
Very cool moment for fans of the sport. It was also one of the first years, I believe it might have been the first year, that the Monster Jam World Finals were streamed for free on YouTube live, and that is now commonplace. They actually stream events every weekend free on their YouTube, which is incredible. I think every wrestling company needs to do the same. I think every motorsports thing should do the same. Every little race, every little like local stock car racetrack should be doing that. There's no reason not to. streaming on YouTube is free, it's easy, and even just from your phone, you can stream in HD. So I don't see any reason anyone wouldn't do it. And yes, that means some of the companies even I work for are being called out a little bit because I think there's no excuse not to.
Only
It's so
30
accessible.
seconds to go.
Honestly, I've considered just going rogue, doing it. Whoa, hang on, hang on. Nickabeans in the chat says, my less than Jake figure goes for $200 to $600 on eBay now? Guys, I've had this since 2004 or so, and I might not have it for that much longer if it's worth that much. Holy cow. What a fun. Hey, tell me what that Aquabats guy that I showed on stream the other day goes for, the little squish ball of the bat guy. Tell me what that goes for. Is that valuable too? Because I got that around the same time. You know, let's be real. More ska bands need toys, right? And I'll tell you who's just the person to design
And
those
that
toys.
is a heck of a
Ya
sky
boy.
wheelie. Only 10
Hold out for a
seconds
solid
left.
grand. Yeah, I'll give it a few more years. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Is that you're walking a fine line. Like, how many more years before Less Than Jake is so irrelevant because time goes on
Big air.
that maybe those toys are worth nothing. Now, it hasn't happened yet. They've been around a long time. They
Ooh,
got started in the
good
mid
truck
'90s.
awareness. Here we
Drift point.
go.
It's all about linking trick to trick. So having that drift in between, or like if you can land and ride a wheelie in between, that really helps. Here I didn't have room to drift, so I'll rip off a couple donuts real quick. That buys me a couple
Makes
extra
a
seconds to get to
perfect
whatever the
donut.
next trick will be. And every jump, as long as you're in the air long enough, counts. So having that multiplier is a big deal. A very big deal.
A perfect maneuver.
Hitting the cars will link it together. That might be the end of the run. Yep, didn't get to the next trick fast enough. But hey, that's a 500,000 points on one run. We might have got there. Val Pancake says, do you listen to Chris DeMakes a podcast? I have listened to Chris's podcast a little bit here and there. Let's see. Do you have that toy nearby? I can't remember what it looked like. Nickabeans, I'm going to run and grab it in just a sec. I have listened to Krista Makes a podcast. Specifically, I listened to one episode so far. There's so many I need to dive into because it's a good show. He's a good host. I listened to the episode with the MC Bat Commander, and there's a story he tells about a nonsense lyric in Super Rad that just absolutely broke me emotionally. It was beautiful. And I was listening to it like days before going to see the Aquabats on my 40th birthday. So very good timing. I'm gonna run and grab that toy. I will be right back. Please hold. Right. The toy being referenced by Nickabeans in the chat was one that I showed the other day when we popped a show a toy alert, and that is the stress ball squish ball of the Aquabats little bat figure. And I love this toy. It's got such a cool look. The art style. The art that they have done is done by the MC Bat Commander's brother. Is the artist that does all the art for the Aquabats. It's a very specific style, very Rocky and Bullwinkle, sort of that world. A great little toy. Probably I don't know, maybe 4 inches tall. Not super big, but very cool. And I'll tell you, they go on the shelf next to each other. A great companion piece to the Less Than Jake bobblehead. Again, more ska bands need toys, and I know just the guy to design and make them. So, ska bands, reach out, hit me up. I love their art style too, one of my favorites. So many I'll have to make sure to check that one out. Kind of picking and choosing and going through the back catalog. Oh, and I myself haven't even looked at
Showing
what
just
what
how
all the
crazy
back
it can
catalog of
get
his
out there.
podcast is, because when I
Wildside
pulled it up,
takes
I
the
was overwhelmed.
crown.
He has some great guests, but I had to listen to the one with the Bat Commander. Um, those who know me and follow me regularly know that I am obsessed with novelty music. I'm wearing it right here. It's it's all about Weird Al. That's where it all started for me, and he is my favorite of all time. 100% number one favorite, autographed picture on the wall right behind the webcam. Uh, and from that, from there, it's all downhill into the world of novelty music for me. From Weird Al, it was They Might Be Giants, which led to the world of ska and pop punk, and bands like Steam Powered Giraffe, who I get to see in May, I think. Um, like legit, Stress Ball isn't for sale anywhere. I found one photo on Wikipedia. Whoa. Yeah, that was one that when I saw it at the show, I knew that they had
At
them
Death Valley
early. I
Stadium,
probably
a
got
new
my
three-style
Aquabat Stress Ball in
challenge
like
is about to
2005.
begin.
Um,
Let the
and I still have the
monster
box
jam
for it
trucks
too, because
roll
the
in
art, again,
and
the art
hear
that the
those
Aquabats use is
engines
amazing.
roar.
I still have the box folded up, laid out flat down in a crate in the basement. Um, I saw it and just instantly had to have it. And honestly, at the time, considered buying extras, not to sell,
Let's
but
take a trip
like
to
in case I
the
lost
wild
mine, because I
side.
liked it that much.
Let's
That's a
roll.
toy that, just like the Less Than Jake bobblehead, has been up in
Oh,
every
great
office that I've
wheelie.
ever had on display somewhere. There we go. Yeah, ride that wheelie. Nice.
Oh, great wheelie.
Yep. Come on. There we go. Sometimes the game
Makes
takes a
a
second to
perfect
register whatever
donut.
trick you're doing. That's crazy that the stress ball's not anywhere online. Um, yeah, I'm always keeping an eye on the
Oh,
Aquabats
it
website
just
because their
keeps
merch
getting
game is
better.
incredible. They've had coloring books. I have Aquabats socks. They've had pajamas made. Um, they just
Great
did vinyl
figure.
re-releases of all their albums, and I still need to pick up the Floating Eye of Death because the record itself, the vinyl is the floating eye. It's
Ooh,
the eyeball,
good
and it
truck
looks
awareness.
amazing. I was gonna get it at their concert, waited an insanely long,
Oh, great
merch
wheelie.
line, only to discover that they had sold out of copies right before I got
Oh,
there.
amazing
They
big
did another
save.
pressing and they went up online, but I haven't gotten around to picking it up yet. But yeah, novelty music, absolutely my thing. I recently, one of my Christmas gifts this year
Oh, it
was a
just
Hawaiian
keeps
slide
getting
guitar
better.
record by Jim Chemo West, the guitarist for Weird Al Yankovic's band. That features a track
10 seconds for
called
one
the
last maneuver.
Luau Polka, that features Weird Al on accordion backing this
Oh,
Hawaiian
great
slide guitar
wheelie.
band. Had to have it, had to be in the collection. And when it arrived, Jim West, who I have met from Al's band, had been kind enough to signed the vinyl. And when I shared
That
it
was phenomenal.
on my Instagram, he sent me a message telling me that he really hoped I enjoyed the album, which I will because I love tiki music. Absolutely adore tiki music. You know, for a lifelong straight edge, you will find no one who
Here we
loves a
go.
tiki bar more than me. The Automatic 67 says,
A
would
perfect
that be
maneuver.
eBay with a little insignia over the A because it's French eBay? Okay, so one of them was going for 60 on French eBay. Yeah, there's gotta be people looking for it in America
Oh, it just
because
keeps
there's
getting
Aquabats
better.
have some real collectors. Because they also make versions of their costumes that people buy. Yeah, if Of all the bands to figure out the merch game, the wow, 1.3 million on that run. Yo, well, let's talk about the Aquabats some more. I'm racking up the points when we get talking about novelty music. Look, you guys, being a wrestler has its ups and downs. It has very
It's
challenging parts that are
wild
very
side,
difficult
folks. Taking the
mentally,
numbers from
emotionally.
today.
It drains on you, it's exhausting, and it's hard. It beats you down in a lot of ways. But one of the things that I've always loved is merch, making stuff of characters and having stuff that's unique. And God, I love that about the Aquabats. They nail it. They're an inspiration absolutely in that realm. When in doubt, Aquabats. All right, let's go ahead and I wanna let's see, let's go back there. Okay, I want to see the challenges here because I need to figure out what truck to go to next. Oh, there's combo challenges? What? Okay, we'll get back to that. Okay. 106 out of 165. So we got a little ways to go here. Let's see. We already got. Oh, we're still working on the gold with zombie. Okay, zombie it is. That's the first one it showed me. Sold. All right, let's find zombie. If only these were like alphabetical. Let's see. Zombie's got to be earlier in the list. Yeah, these are all like ones you have to win at the end. Zombie. I think I saw it already and I went right past it. Wait, yeah, there he is. All right. And we're gonna pick a different look for zombie. Let's see. I'm gonna let chat decide. I'm gonna let the crew here tuning in live make the pick. Right now I have the Galaxy zombie selected. We can also go with classic zombie. You see there. Whatever this weird yellow zombie is, I don't know. I don't know what to call that. We got this, I don't know, burn victim zombie. Oh, the fire zombie, I think that is. And then the ice zombie. So yeah, that's right. We got fire and ice. So ice, fire. I think that's neon zombie, maybe. There's space zombie over on the left with the like sort of glittery purple look, and then this zombie. Which one do we like in the chat? First one with a preference. First one to type it in gets it. Space zombie. Okay, we're sticking with space zombie. Nickabeans made the call, you guys. Space zombie it is. To me, it looks like if zombie was like a David Bowie truck. Is a star melting in the sky. Galaxy, I'm a millennial. We love Galaxy print. Yo, we so do. Nickabeans, keyboard champ. Undefeated. Boogie Van. What do you mean that wasn't one of the choices? Honestly, Space Zombie, kind of Boogie Van coded, right? Looks a little bit like the Boogie Van truck. You throw purple and orange on any truck, and to me that's a little bit Boogie Van. Still want Galaxy print leggings. Oh, so sick. I gotta get some Galaxy print wrestling gear. Oh, wow. Yeah, this was the right call, Nickabeans. Look at that thing. That's right. This one has fabric on it and the arms can break off. So we're about to go nuts here with the purple tires. That's right. The arms move. So for those who've not been to Monster Jam, when Zombie comes out, they all have music that plays. Zombie comes out and Thriller plays, and I love that. It feels right, you know?
Big air.
Forward flip. Oh no. Okay, come on, recover.
Now that's what I call a big save.
Yeah, gotta keep those tricks looping, otherwise we don't get the multiplier.
Manages to hold it.
Come on, give me points for that save. Okay, 100,000's not
Truck
bad.
awareness. Getting better.
Let's ride the wheelie for a minute. some of the physics in this game are a bit iffy. The arms just be flapping. You know, it can join the club. Damn, look at those arms. That's what people say when they see me, too. Although hopefully it's not because they're black and blue. Somewhere buried, I have a great picture. I'm the king of having terrible wrestling injuries that I never sell. So somewhere buried on my Instagram, deep back from like 2019, 2018, I definitely tore my left bicep and didn't know it, and just kept wrestling and working out and everything and just no-sold it. At the time, I thought like, oh wow, something must have hit me pretty good. I got a gnarly bruise. And then over the course of a week and a half, the bruise spread and spread and spread until the whole arm looked like I was dying. It was black from wrist to shoulder. And it never hurt. There was never any swelling. And I was able to keep lifting. Like I even did back and biceps days. I was doing curls. And talked to a doctor later, like literally like years later, like maybe 2 years ago, and showed him the picture and said, hey, I got a bet with a friend. A buddy of mine says I tore a bicep. What do you think? I showed him the picture and he goes, oh God, did you ever get that operated on? And I was like, no. And he goes, oh, you must have got real lucky and it just healed. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't really give it a break. Oh, I lost all those points by hitting the wall. Track official shut me down. Hey, still got second, which means I must have got some good points. 132,000. Not great. Not great.
Now that was a monstrous performance.
The little guy just loses his arms? Yes. The arms will break off of this thing if I roll it over hard enough. It's a crazy thought. What if Space Zombie came out to Zombie by the Cranberries? For me, I think it should come out to Fashion Zombies by the Aquabats, because we've been talking a lot about the old Aquabats. The average, ordinary, superhuman, punishers of evil rock and roll band. Come right along, we're the Aquabats. We're super guys, we're the Aquabats. Join our journey to battle our foes. Watch us every week on our TV show. The wacky, wacky world of the Aquabats. We're zippy, zippy dudes, we're the Aquabats. We're the Aquabats, and that's that, so watch us every week. We're the Aquabats. It's crazy that that didn't end up being the theme song to their TV show when they finally got their TV show. And the theme from their pilot to their TV show didn't end up being their theme song to the TV show. So they've had 3 different themes to the Aquabats TV show, and only one of them ever made it to the air.
What a spectacular big air!
Oh, there, we're down one arm. Andy's losing a tooth from the looks of things. Get my son the juice!
Ooh, good truck awareness.
Perry bucks for karaoke. I definitely, I think I have some Aquabats on my karaoke playlist. Yeah, for the folks just tuning in, if you save up enough channel points, you can trigger karaoke in the channel rewards, and I will stop the whole stream to do a karaoke song. I have a whole playlist compiled of some great jams. And you never know what you might get. Sometimes you'll get something real short, like the first ever karaoke where I did the Weird Al Show theme song. Sometimes you might get Albuquerque, and we'll go the full 12 minutes of Albuquerque. And I'll do it without looking at the lyrics. I don't need the lyrics for Albuquerque. You kidding me? Come on, what is this? Amateur hour? You're telling me I need to look at lyrics to remember about way back when I was just a little bitty boy living in a box under the stairs in the corner of the basement of the house half a block down the street from Jerry's bait shop? You know the place. I don't need any help with those lyrics. Come on. You know who you're talking to?
Manages to hold it. Great balance. Only 10 seconds left.
Maybe it's just me, but coming out to a song about the troubles of Ireland makes me have an uh-oh feeling. Wait, which song is... Hang on. What show? Who comes out to that song? What am I thinking of?
Manages to hold it.
know. I don't know how we're gonna do on points here. I gotta really try to string some stuff together here.
Big air.
Yeah, got that little drift in there, just enough to keep it going.
Ooh, good truck awareness.
Good truck awareness. There we go. Now we're racking up some more.
A perfect maneuver.
Oh, Zombie by the Cranberries. Okay. Yeah, see, maybe we stick to Fashion Zombies by the Aquabats. A song that I liked plenty when it came out, but I liked it a lot more after I saw them use it as an opener live. Ah, real jam.
A perfect maneuver.
Time's up. Hey, you know, we managed to break 300,000. That's not bad. That's getting us closer to the gold medal here.
Nothing.
All right, and we're going to have a little ticker bar on the bottom of this that'll tell us how close we are.
Awesome form today.
All right, we need 3 million. We are almost exactly halfway there on that little ticker that just popped up. Right, that's pretty good. We could use Ghoulies Are Go by Groovy Ghoulies. Yo, love the Groovy Ghoulies. I think if I was to use anything by them, it would be Till Death Do Us Party. Me and chat regular Herobotic used to walk around the UMass campus singing that all the time. But who could blame them? They walk through asphalt cemeteries. Zombie fashions, they must have been born that way. What? Can you hear me? Can you get hip to what I'm saying?
At Death Valley Stadium,
Yeah, the Groovy Ghoulies rule. They also have because they were an Oakland-based band. They have a bunch of songs that are about the Bay Area that, having lived there for 9 years, really land. And I used to, myself and Levi Shapiro used to sing those songs together in car rides when I lived on the West Coast. We'd be coming back up from SoCal, screaming out just all Bay Area bands. We would be singing Groovy Ghoulies or The Matches. In fact, to this day, Levi Shapiro and I will text each other lyrics from the song More Than Local Boys whenever one of us is doing something big. When I went to Japan, he sent me the lyrics from More Than Local Boys and really put a tear in my eye. And then just 2 years later, almost to the day, 2 years later, he was able to publicly announce his first tour of Japan, and I sent him the same lyrics. You know, you only get one best friend in life, typically speaking. I'm lucky to have had a number of them, Levi Shapiro being chief among them. Nicobeans redeemed hydrate. Nicobeans, I was saying earlier, I may have to give you, I may have to call that even and call it a show a toy instead of a hydrate, because I was saying earlier, I did not bring the iced coffee with me for this stream, so I've only been drinking water all stream. Thereby making it so I'm not really in need of the hydrate reminder. But I think I've got a toy nearby I can show off when as soon as I finish this run.
Oh, anybody got a fire extinguisher?
Saw the Ghoulies in 2005. Whoa. Group I was booking was booked to play with them at a college. Whoa, that's awesome. That's the way I saw the matches was pretty similar. That's, you know, there's so many bands that have been favorites of mine that were booked as like opening acts. You know, I first saw the matches. I was going to see the matches. They were who I went to the show to see, and they were opening for the opener for Lit at Toad's Place. So tiny little room, for a one-hit wonder 20 years past their prime. And there was the matches. And when they came out on stage, this was before the New Kids on the Block reunited in 2008.
Perfect maneuver.
The lead singer came out on stage. It was 2005, wearing an old school OG original New Kids on the Block t-shirt. And I was sold. You could not tear me away from that stage. Lead singer of a punk band wearing a New Kids shirt? Come on, just... I mean, you might as well have called the band This Is for Perry. Those who were here on the stream a little while back saw I actually showed off my New Kids on the Block action figures on stream not long ago, just a few days ago, in fact. I have the complete set of the, I believe they were made by Kenner, but I could be wrong. Because they are the scale and size and style of Kenner figures, but the Kenner New Kids on the Block figures. Okay, all right. I believe I said we would show a toy, and let's see. I have oh man, there's some good choices here. It's not just my toy collection that I'm going to pull from. If I'm totally honest, some of it's going to be my wife's toy collection, and she's got some doozies. Okay, hang on. I have to move a couple things so that I can pull this down safely. I've got a lot of keepsakes on the shelf over here, including little mini shrimp, courtesy of Nicka Beans. Thank you for that. 1996, Brendan. Hey, yo, welcome back in. Been a little while. Hope you're doing well. We just popped a show a toy alert, so I am pulling out a doozy. One of 3 that we have. This is... I'm going to see if there's a tag on here anywhere before I show it. This is an OG original. Oh, come on. What's the year on here? Show me a year. It's by Hasbro, made in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, back when toys were still made in America. And this is a original 1984 Wuzzles figure. This is a plush Wuzzles toy from my wife's collection. We have 3 of the plush Wuzzles from that series. But again, OG 1984 from my wife's collection as a child. This isn't like a collect it later, pay a bunch of money online. This is OG original. So there you go. Just one of the many things within arm's reach of me while I'm streaming here. 1996, Brennan, we are here playing some Monster Jam Showdown. I do miss Monster Jam Steel Titans too. I love that game. But I have a lot to complete here in Monster Jam Showdown. Val Pancake says, I love NKOTB. Fun Perry fact, Perry lore, some will know. The New Kids on the Block were my first concert. I was 7 years old. I saw them on the No More Games tour when they played Worcester, Massachusetts at the Worcester Centrum, now known as the DCU Center? Yeah, that was my first concert. The New Kids on the Block are a very central... Okay, hang on. I didn't see how many more points I need. All right, I guess I'm just going to play another round and we'll see where I am then. Maybe I've already beat it. I don't know. I didn't see. Cannot wait to unpack my life downstairs. Want to show off some... Yo, honestly, like, when the time comes when you've unpacked everything and all the cool stuff gets broken out, your Instagram's going to go crazy. Like, the sharing on there is going to go nuts, and people are going to lose their minds over it. Speaking of Nicka Beans, I have an update on the VCR hunt. I reached out to our pal, and he says that he does not currently have a VCR, but that he has a couple in the pipeline. So I will keep you posted. I will let you know. I don't know what he charges for them, but I will find out, and I will let you know where we land on that. Speaking of, sometime very soon, I am going to get through the kinks of hooking up the VCR so that I can stream some old VHSs here, and we will watch some childhood VHSs of mine. I have monster truck shows from when I was a kid. We got all kinds of weird cartoon and TV specials, and somewhere, deep in a closet in my
Perfect
parents'
maneuver.
house. I have all the old camcorder tapes from when I was growing up, including my first ever trip to Disneyland, which I definitely want to pull up. I want to see some vintage Disneyland from when I was there. And then Adam and X67. I'm just seeing little bits of your posts, of your chats there. Also have me and my friends when I was in middle school, backyard wrestling. You can see a 13-year-old Perry throwing power bombs just like he does today. I was good at them then too. See me jumping off the garage roof onto my friends. Very responsible thing to show. And let's see. There's also buried in there is the first ever wrestling match I had in front of an audience when I was in the 7th or 8th grade, and two of my friends decided to that we would do a wrestling match for our middle school talent show, where I wrestled against my friend who was wrestling as Gangrel, full costume and everything, goblet, spit the blood, the whole deal. And I wrestled as, at the time, one of my favorite wrestlers, the Blue Meanie.
A perfect maneuver.
So at some point, I'm going to get those videos, and we're going to watch them on stream. We're going to do a watch-along. We have done some really fun watch-alongs in the recent weeks. Watching some old-school retro monster truck racing from the 80s and 90s. We did some watch-along of wrestling matches from my career. We've had some fun ones, and we got some more coming in the future. But tomorrow night, special start time 7 p.m. Folks will want to be here. I will be doing a duo stream with the one and only Mr. Johnny Torres. We will be playing a little bit of No Rest for the Wicked in my first ever duo stream. I've never duo streamed with anyone. In fact, I've not really ever played video games with anyone via the internet. All right, how close are we? Oh, look how close that bar is. Come on. All right, one more run. Even if we don't do well, we're gonna break the number we need.
At Death Valley Stadium, a new freestyle challenge is about to begin. Let the Monster Jam trucks roll in.
All right, should be the last run with Zombie before we get that gold medal, and then we'll move on to the next truck. We got another 30 minutes or so left on the stream, maybe a little longer because we got a late start for some tech issues.
To put the frighteners on.
There we go, a little nose wheelie.
Oh, check out that nose wheelie. Oh, great donut.
Had a real hard time straightening the truck out there. Ah, and left it on the roof, losing all those points. Dang it. Not off to a great start.
Gravity can be pretty unforgiving.
Managed the backflip though. I'll take that.
Pretty impressive backflip there.
Speaking of Monster Jam and backflips, we do have a sub goal we're working toward right now. We need 20 fresh subs from the start of this week. And if we hit that goal, we get to 20 fresh subs, gift subs, new subs, renewed subs. We're at 4 currently. We hit that 20 goal. I'm tallying them off as they happen. We are going to do an in-person Perry Stream meetup at Monster Jam in Worcester, Mass. in May. We'll all get together. We'll all do the pit party. We'll take a big group picture with Gravedigger. But I gotta hit that sub goal, because otherwise, I don't have a great way to pay for my ticket.
Wow, that was phenomenal. Great big air.
Yeah, there we go. Good recovery. Did I hit a jump before I run out? Yeah, we got it. We got there.
10 seconds left.
I know we got enough points to hit what we needed here. So as long as I keep it on the tires at the end here. That's all it needed. Booyah! Ooh, it was close. I almost didn't recover there. Almost didn't make it back. All right. Feeling good with that. That's going to wrap up Zombie, and we're going to move on to the next truck. Boom, there it is. Gold emblem with Zombie. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Who is next in our quest? Soldier Fortune. We're still working on the silver with that truck. Let's see. Northern Nightmare. We're still working on the bronze. Wow. Made it nowhere with that one. Brutus, we're working on a silver. Let's see. Sometimes I like to skip ahead if there's a truck I like better, because I don't really like Soldier Fortune. Truck has bootlicker energy. Let's see. Wow, so many of them I need to finish. And those are all the completed ones. Okay. All right, I guess we'll suffer through it now. We'll just grind through it and be done with it. We're gonna go with Soldier Fortune. But maybe we can give it a funny color or something. Make it not seem so military. All right, I guess the ice version is the best we'll do. At least it's like blue instead of whatever that camo look is. I don't know. It's unappealing to me. Doesn't do much for me. You know what I mean? All right. So let's take it elsewhere. It's the ice look. Let's go to Alaska. Let's go to the glacier, I think is the good one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the frozen shores are the good one? No. Snowy Lands? No. Alaska Stadium? Maybe. This is the one with a lot of freestyles, so this might be the one. I don't know. I guess we're going to see. We're going to see. There's certain tracks that I really like that are really kind of... Yeah, this one's okay. We'll play this one, but really I'm looking... There's one that's mostly ice and snow. I really like that one. Camo is weird on monster trucks. What are you trying to sneak up on? The cars before crushing them? Right? Like, no amount of camo on a monster truck is going to make it like, oh, I didn't see you there. Thing's loud as hell and big as hell. I love that the little wheelie save bar covers the Monster Jam logo on the back. Nice, good product placement, guys.
Here we go. Now that's what I call a big save.
I really like this arena. You know, there's not a lot of like good clear paths to keep like any momentum. I'm gonna see what we can do though. We're not gonna let it's the shoddy carpenter who blames his tools. It's the shoddy monster truck driver who blames his track. Life is what you make of it, I guess. I don't know. I say that as someone who came into this stream in a mood. I will say, you all have made my night much better. I'm feeling a lot better. Came into the night with a lot of frustrations, and then was immediately met with some tech issues, which did not make me feel any better.
A perfect maneuver.
And but the crew's been here. We've been rolling deep all night. A big crew of us hanging out here in the stream, having some fun with some Monster Jam, talking about novelty bands, looking at toys, doing all the good stuff.
Ooh, good truck awareness.
I've allowed some small hints of free karaoke as the night's gone on. That's a good sign about my mood.
Only 30 seconds.
I'm done here. Brought the home star and the novelty bands. That's right. Coming in hot, looking to improve moods.
A perfect maneuver.
Hey, Marzipan. Check out my pink pants. That's right. For those who don't know, Homestar did do a song with Homestar and Strongbat appear on a song with the Aquabats. That's the Homestar crew has great taste for bands to collab with. because the two that they've worked with have been They Might Be Giants and the Aquabats. Like, come on. Like, what, did they come to me for advice on who to work with? Because those two would have been top of the list. Those two and Weird Al. Maybe like steam-powered Giraffe.
Oh, it just keeps getting better.
We kept it going.
A perfect maneuver.
That maneuver was perfect, according to this guy. That's absolutely right. They Might Be Giants have a great history of doing music videos with animated groups. They did Istanbul and Particle Man with Tiny Toons back in the day. They also did Dr. Worm with, oh God, what Nickelodeon show was it? It was a claymation video for Dr. Worm. Kablam! It was on Kablam. You guys remember Kablam? Anybody else remember Kablam? Am I the oldest man on Earth? I'm turning to dust. Let's see. All right, X-Man 024 over on YouTube says, you got a challenge for you of a trick I made called the Gossip Drop. Oh. Wheelie, moonwalk, air wheelie, pogo landing into a nose wheel. Holy crap. That's a tall order. I'm getting, guys, they're calling out requests on the YouTube chat. Let's go. Okay, Nickabeans remembers Kablam. Thank you. Thank you. That's how I found out about They Might Be Giants, watching Tiny Toons. You know what? That was the first place I heard They Might Be Giants. So, same. Day Without Darkness says, my girls watch Kablam. That tracks. They're the same age range as me, so that totally tracks. Kablam was a great show. Like, fantastic levels of weird.
You can feel the anticipation and excitement.
There was a period where Nickelodeon was doing some great stuff with like really weird stuff. Kablam. Remember Wienerville? There was also before there was all that. You guys remember Roundhouse? Huh? We remember Roundhouse? Am I bringing back repressed memories from people? Because I'll tell you, my old pal Dr. Ryan, who's been in the chat a few times, is he's an adjacent part of the Mega 64-verse. Old Doc Ryan does a great stream the day before every holiday. So the day before Thanksgiving, when everyone's getting ready for Thanksgiving, and the day before Christmas, when everyone's getting ready for Christmas, he does streams where he just points his webcam at a CRT TV, and he swaps through different VHS tapes of old TV stuff. And this year we got to see the Roundhouse Christmas special on Christmas Eve. That was amazing. We also got to watch the Power Rangers Christmas special, which was less than amazing. And that's kind of the joy of that kind of stream, is some stuff is incredible, and you go, wow, I forgot about this. And then other stuff is really bad, and you go, whoa, I forgot about this. Wienerville and Roundhouse, man. There was a period where Nickelodeon was like doing cool, weird TV. I mean, even like looking back on it, Pete and Pete was weird. I've told the story before about in Day Without Darkness, we'll remember, the Thanksgiving where Little Pete, Danny Tamborelli, showed up to our family Thanksgiving. Came with my Aunt Taryn, who's a showbiz person. Got to reunite with Little Pete at the Maine Comic-Con when he and the actor who played Big Pete were there and got involved in a match and beat up Anthony Green. And we got to chat a little bit about the year he came to my family's Thanksgiving. Action League now, The Flesh. He's super strong. He's super naked. Thunder Girl. She flies like thunder. Inky Diver, a former Navy commando with an attitude and as bad as his odor. And Melt Man with the power to melt. I remember that. Holy crap, do I remember that. Remember Inside Out Boy? Accidentally
What
swung all
a
the way over the swing
performance!
set and turned
And that's
inside
how
out.
it's done! Soldier Fortune
I feel like that there's a couple things that were in those early Nickelodeon shows that hit deeply, like deep into something that was rooted into some of our child minds. Like the idea that something terrible would happen if you managed to swing all the way over the set. That was a thing I thought about before I ever saw a show that talked about it. Um, and like they just knew how to tap into that stuff. Salute your shorts, yo. The plumber, nothing. Freddy, Jason, Art the clown, none of that is as scary to me as Zeke the plumber was when I was a kid. Zeke the plumber was terrifying. I saw a company made a lucha mask of Zeke the plumber, and
You
I'm
can
very
feel the
tempted. When
anticipation
Perry
and
retires, you may
excitement
see
crackling in the air here at
a Zeke the
Alaska
plumber
Stadium
luchador start
as we
showing up on
lead into
shows.
this event. Let the
He'll move a lot
freestyle
like me, but I swear
competition
it's not me, you
begin.
guys. No, I have some very silly ideas for a full bodysuit lucha gimmick I would do post Perry Von Vicious. I don't want to give away
Soldier
what any of them
Fortune
are
is
because on the
ready
off
to
chance I do
hit
them,
the
I want there to be a
track.
little bit of mystery. Like I want
Manages
people
to
coming
hold
to
it.
shows where they know I would still be booked, going like, "Did he do it? Is that him? Or is it just another big guy and they're playing off a joke he used to tell a lot?"
Ooh, good
Now you'll
truck
never know.
awareness.
Seek the plumber and Zebo the clown. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, it just keeps getting better.
Repressed Nickelodeon memories on stream tonight. Going for that cheap
Oh,
that
great
cheap
wheelie.
nostalgia pop. That's what I'm all about here on this stream tonight.
Bicycle.
Classic. I swear he says it like Dusty Rhodes did in commentary that one time through unquote.
Manages to hold it.
Come on, you were gonna give me the drift on that? Sometimes I watch what it counts
What a
as tricks,
spectacular big
and I
air.
just have no idea what its criteria is. I'll do the same exact thing and it'll go like, yep, that's a whole bunch of points. And then I'll do it again and
A
it'll be like,
perfect
no, I didn't
maneuver.
see it. Val, I may be
Here
the
we go.
same age as you. Uh, but when people ask me my
10
age, I'm
seconds
very
for
open about the
one
number,
last
but I typically
maneuver.
just say I'm old. I'm older than most people would guess, which is either means that I look
Amazing
great for
big
my age
save.
or that people are very kind when they guess, and I don't care which it is. I do think being a lifelong straight edge who hydrates pretty well and moisturizes and typically stayed out of the sun a lot probably helps. We want to talk about bands. Let's not forget the greatest fictional band ever, The Beats. Yo, Killer Tofu. I need more allowance. You don't got to tell me about The Beats. I was in a band in college with Hero Botic where we covered I need more allowance. That's what I say because same, yeah. Yeah, it's
When
always very nice when
Soldier
like some of
Fortune
these
goes into
exceedingly
battle,
young
there can
wrestlers,
be only
when the
one
conversation comes
winner.
up, I'll inevitably make some joke about being old, and they'll go, "How old are you?" And I get very excited, and all the wrestlers around me who know how old I am get very excited because they enjoy when I play this game. I'll lean in and go, "How old do you think I am?" And I get some very flattering guesses. I think In recent memory, the lowest number guessed was like 26 or 28, which is very kind because I turned 41 last July. So I'll take it. I'll take it. That feels pretty good. It may also just be reflective of the fact that I'm incredibly immature. Like, that might be part of why they think I'm younger.
Ready for battle! It's Soldier Fortune!
Uh-oh. Into the wall. There we go.
Ho! You wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck.
Okay, again, when he says, "Oh, you wouldn't want to get in the way of that truck," my thought immediately is, what truck do you want to get in the way of? Like, there's no truck, no matter how small a truck is, you don't want to be in its way. Even like an RC truck, you don't want to get hit by it. Like, what a crazy, you don't want to get in the way of that truck. Boy, you really don't want to get shot by that bullet. Like, what are you talking about? What are you... Okay, maybe I'm overanalyzing the commentary on Monster Truck video game. But it is directly in my headphones, so maybe it's their fault. It's not all on me, you know? And that's not just because I don't want to accept any practice. You know, this says anything starts with a 2 flatters me immensely. Hey, even like when someone guesses a low 30s, I'm like, wow, that's very kind of you.
Only 30 seconds to go.
It was very strange. I wrestled a match with it was a trios match, and on the opposing team was the wrestler Livia, who a few months earlier, this was a couple months ago, a few months earlier had just turned 18. And afterwards, we were chatting about that. She, of course, had no idea how old I was. And we eventually came to the realization that she was born a couple of months before I had my first wrestling match. A match that I had after I graduated college. So I would have been 22 the first time I wrestled. Yeah, that was a weird moment. It's very, very, very southern vibes when you hit him with an "Oh, bless your heart." I always just say that's so kind of you, thank you, and then I tell them how old I am. When they proceed to be, they continue to be kind when they say like, "Wow, I never would have guessed," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's very kind of you to say that as well." But also, it does make it sound like 41 is pretty old when you go, "Wow, really? You don't look that close to dead." I guess it depends on how I decide to take it, right? Kids.
The engines are revving, and anything can happen here in a last...
All right, this arena has served me pretty well. We've been racking up some points here. I do think there's other ones where we could do better. So after this one, I'm gonna actively try to choose a different arena.
Ooh, good truck awareness.
Landed in the wheelie and it gave me no points for it. There's a wheelie. Thank you.
Makes a perfect donut.
Okay, yeah, we got some good combos rolling here. Up at the 12x in the combos. I'll take that.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, 89,000 is an okay start. Not great.
keeps getting better. Makes a perfect donut.
There we go. Had to get something there to keep that combo going. It's easy to lose these combos. And this game is definitely like primarily made for kids. Like the way the physics work, and it's very easy to control the truck. It's kind of hard to roll the truck, really. Like you certainly wouldn't roll it by mistake, I don't think.
Ooh, good truck awareness.
So the sort of arcadey style in this game is definitely like meant for little kids to enjoy.
A perfect maneuver.
That said, I can't imagine any little kid going to the trouble to max out all of the achievements in this game because there's so many. Just barely saved that combo.
Makes a perfect donut.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, not the best one, but we're gonna find a different track this time. We're gonna find a different track. Get this view a little bit more exciting here. That track's okay, but there's a better one in the snow. All these are in the arena, so we want a different one. Let's see. Could be, it's not the frozen shores. It could be on the glacier. So snowy lands could be in the snowy lands. Now let's try it and find out. This might be what I'm looking for. It'll feel like driving out here right now. Yeah, this is what it feels like to drive in New England right now. I can't believe how much snow is still stuck to the roads. Like, usually a couple days of sun is enough that, like, the roads are kind of dry and normal. Nightmare getting around out there today. Really just not. No bueno. All right, here we go.
Soldier Fortune is ready to hit the track. Awesome pogo. Makes a perfect donut.
Those little destruction boxes can save you when you're about to lose a combo. I was stuck in the nose, really. You should have given me that. I think that should have counted. Yeah, the physics when you hit a car in this game are not really monster truck accurate. Sometimes you just ricochet off the side of one.
A perfect maneuver. Manages to hold it.
There we go.
Only 30 seconds to go.
So I'm interested. I talked a lot about some of my favorite novelty bands on this stream so far. In the chat, who were your favorite novelty bands? Because I could name them all day.
Awesome stunt.
I could name them from different decades. I could go alphabetical order if we needed to, but I want to see those who are watching. What bands do you like? We're talking bands that wear costumes, bands that do comedy, bands with a gimmick. You know, and they can They can be as unheard of as the one and only People Mover, or they can be as mainstream as OK Go. To me, those are all novelty bands, and well-known ones at that. All right, that's got to get us this first medal with this truck, right? We must have gotten the silver here.
When Soldier Fortune goes into battle, there can be only...
All right, here comes the little Achievo. Boom, silver achieved. All right, next one needs 3 million to get it. And I think we can do that before we call it a stream. I think that's doable. And then we will hop off and we will raid someone at the end of this, because you always got to spread the love. And we got a lot of choices on who to raid. Johnny Torres is playing some Hollow Knight Silk Song. We got the Grizz crew is doing something. They're just chatting. Maybe they're doing a... Let me see. Let me hover over there. Oh, they're playing WWE Legends mod. Ooh, that's a good one. We got Mega 64, The Room still going on. I've been glued to that all week, and they're at under 24 hours. And also Frank Howley streaming. Always doing something good on Frank's channel. I'm a big fan, big supporter. Not sure if they're a novelty band, but I love Flight of the Conchords is absolutely a novelty band. I adore the Flight of the Conchords. The Flight of the Conchords show, that series, I have a great story about. So I'd watched it a bunch of times. You know, we all had. 2017, my wife and I are moving back from the West Coast to the East Coast, and I had a week where I was out here. The job that I had landed to move out here had flown me out for orientation for a week. We had already bought our apartment that we landed in when we got here, but we had nothing in it. So I flew out for this orientation. I flew out 2 days early. Went straight to my parents' house and borrowed an air mattress from them. And the next day, my dad and I drove to my sister-in-law's house, where she and her husband were gifting us a table and some chairs from a set that they had. And that was all that was in the apartment that I was staying in for a week. It's the closest I've ever had to having a bachelor pad. Was the apartment for me and my wife, but she was still on the West Coast. She hadn't come out yet. And we didn't have internet in the place yet. No internet set up. And I didn't really have a data plan yet at the time. Like, our data plan was very limited, so I wasn't going to be streaming anything on my phone. So I, before I left to come out here, I needed to load something on my laptop so I would have stuff to watch. So I took a look at what I had laying around on the hard drive, and Flight of the Conchords it was. I figured that's enough watching to get me through a week. And I spent that whole week watching the Flight of the Conchords, and while working on the music for my imaginary novelty band. I say imaginary because I've never associated myself with the band. You can find them, you can look them up, but there will be nothing indicating that it's me. Very much like The Residents. And watching that show in a small apartment by yourself while also working in GarageBand making novelty music is an incredible experience. Strongly recommended. Let's see, hang on. I'm gonna get caught up in the chat in just a sec here once I finish this run, because I saw some good answers flying by while I got wrapped up in my own story. A lot of points that we're racking up, you guys. This is a big run. As long as I don't wreck it here by crashing or something.
It just keeps getting better. Wheelie!
I'm gonna hit one more jump, and then we're gonna call that a run. I'm gonna just let the numbers tally up. That way I don't blow it by crashing. All right, we're going to let it roll to a stop while I get caught up on the old... Wow, over 1 million on one run. Good run. Yeah, this is the track for us. This is the track for us for sure. All right, let me get caught up on the chat here. We were talking about favorite novelty bands. And so far, the only one I addressed was Flight of the Conchords from Val Pancakes. A great choice. Encrypted Cryptid says Judd Judd is my favorite novelty band, probably. I need to look up Judd Judd. I am not familiar. Feel free, if there's a good clip on like Instagram or somewhere, send it to me because I love novelty bands. I love them all, and I want to know them all. Day Without Darkness says Garfunkel and Oates. My wife and I have seen Garfunkel and Oates live in LA. Met them. They were amazing. And then we saw them a couple years later when they were part of an evening with Weird Al Yankovic at the Castro Theater in San Francisco as part of Sketchfest in San Francisco, where they opened the show by singing a rendition of Like a Surgeon, where about halfway through, Al entered from the back of the room with a mic singing with them. So we got to see them do not a duet because there's three of them, but we got to see them perform Like a Surgeon with Weird Al at the Castro Theater in San Francisco. An incredible experience. The first season is amazing of that show, of Flight of the Conchords. Let's see. See, Adam X67 says, I have a number of favorites. Green Day, The Cranberries, Wallflowers, They Might Be Giants, just to name a few. Current favorite is Swedish metal band Ghost. Honestly, almost all of those do in their own way qualify as like novelty bands. The only one with like a lasting legacy that could point them far enough into the mainstream to not be considered novelty is Green Day. But truth be told, the way they go in and out of genres and some of the artistic choices they've made, I think they kind of are a novelty band. Let's see. Yeah, Flight of the Conchords is amazing. Adam X7 is also Weird Al Yankovic. Yo, same. I love living vicariously through. Hey, I've got weird stories about everything. I love Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
What a performance! Now that's how it's done.
Great pick. One of the ones that I truly adore. And really, I think someday we're gonna pick a day on like a holiday break where I've got a bunch of time, and we won't co-stream to YouTube because they can be real picky about copyright. Twitch can be picky about copyright, but only if you put it on video if you put the VOD up. I would do no VOD. We would just do it live, and I think we would have to do like a music video watch along series because I would want to share like some obscure stuff. I would want to throw in like some stuff by The Residents. Guys, I bring it up all the time. The Residents. The world needs to know about The Residents. See, Whitest Kids did some songs. Yep. That definitely, Whitest Kids, fall into the category for sure. Ghost is a deep dive. I could put together a crazy list for it and pre-prep a YouTube playlist of some wild stuff. There is a great documentary I can strongly recommend. Again, I will talk about The Residents till I'm blue in the face. They are a band who have been around since the early 70s. That Thing You Do is a great. One of my favorite road trip memories is being on a car ride with Delmy Exo, Rip Bison, and AG Anthony Green, coming back from Philly, where we had been for a show. We went 2 days in a row down to Philly and back because we didn't crash in a hotel. We just drove back and forth both days.
Good truck awareness.
Being delirious at like 3 a.m. and all of us singing That Thing You Do.
Wheelie!
Gorillaz definitely fall under novelty, big time. A band that's basically anonymous and represented by cartoons. Incredible. I think the Gorillaz are an amazing little art piece. And the thing is, like, when they came out, I didn't realize that was their thing, like, in real time. I just thought that first music video was just a cartoon music video. I didn't realize that that was the band. They were the cartoon characters, and that no one knew the members of the band. Incredible. But yeah, the Residents been around since the early 70s. They have over 90 albums. They have at least one full-length film that they produced, a lot of short films, a couple novels, some early CD-ROM style video games, all made by them. They are an art collective. They don't like the term band, but they are a touring band, and they no one knows who any of the band members are. No one knows who anyone in the band is, and they've been doing it for I don't know, how long has it been since the early 70s? 50 years?
Only 10 seconds left.
And I was supposed to see them. I think I'd actually be seeing them this week. But their tour for winter this year was postponed and will be sometime in the fall, as one of their primary members, an original member, the lead singer, had some health issues, which will happen when you're in your frickin' 70s. Yeah, still to this day, no one knows who any of them are. And there is a fantastic documentary that you can watch on Tubi about them called, it's named after the basis that the whole band is based on, the theory of obscurity. The theory of obscurity is an idea in art that the best art you will ever produce is before anyone knows who you are, because there was no expectation. To me, it's probably the best argument I've ever heard in favor of wearing a mask as a luchador. So the theory of obscurity, it's on Tubi. It's also on a bunch of other platforms. And if for some reason you can't stream for free on Tubi, if the ads are too much for you, let me know. I may or may not have a copy of it that fell off the back of a truck, so to speak, that I could share. More of a Toki than a Tubi. Let's see. I have a murder face tattoo. Still have never seen them. Wow. I have seen the Residents twice. The last time I saw them was incredible. Because I knew that they had made a feature-length film and they had the DVD for sale at the show, and I intended to grab it on the way out the door. When I walked in, myself and the rest of the audience were met with a very unfamiliar sight at a Residents show, which was this little theater, little club theater, rock club, had chairs set up everywhere. That's not normal. It's standing. It's a rock concert. You stand. So everyone sat down, not really knowing what to expect. And when showtime came, a voice came over the PA letting us know that we were being treated to a screening of the Residents' new film. And there was some murmuring around as a screen lowered on the stage. And we all kind of assumed that we were getting a portion of the film. They proceeded to play the full film. We watched the entire feature-length film, and it was weird and incomprehensible and bizarre and strange, which is exactly what the Residents do. No one expected to understand it, and it was great, and it was funny, and it was upsetting. But you could feel a distinct level of unease in the audience because, this is a band, many of whom are original members who are septuagenarian. And it was getting late, and they had treated us to an hour-and-a-half long movie, and we were all kind of thinking like, oh, are they going to play like a really short set, or are they going to play at all? When the movie concluded, the screen started going up, and a voice came over and said, we're going to take a 10-minute break to reset the stage and to take these chairs down, and then the concert will commence. And the Residents came out and played a 2-hour set after their full movie screened for us. None of us knew that was going to happen. They just went for it. It was awesome. It was so cool. And at the end of the night, I went to buy the DVD of their movie to find that they had sold out of copies at the merch table, which broke my heart. I was very bummed. And the merch guy, as I was leaving, pauses and says, "Wait a minute, you're the wrestler."
Last 10 seconds.
He knew who I was. He even went so far as to say, "The monster truck guy, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh man, here's my card. Message me. I can get you the DVD." I assumed, because the DVD was not for sale online yet, I assumed he meant that I could buy it online directly through him since it wasn't on the store. I did send him a message, and what I got back was an email from the lead singer of The Residents, letting me know that he and the other members of the group, not the band, but the group, because again, it's an art collective, it's more than the 4 band members. They have everyone involved. They have visual artists, they have video editors, all kinds of people. Let me know that the members of the group were a fan of what I do. They thought that it was unique and strange to combine monster trucks with wrestling, and that they had seen some of my live streams where I made toys, and they thought that the art that I make is weird. And I mean, let's be real. Who could argue? The art I make is a little bit weird, and that they really liked it, and that they wanted to treat me to a copy of the DVD. And so I gave him my address, paid nothing. And then I received 3 DVDs in the mail, a copy of their feature-length film, a copy of their concert film from the early 2000s, and a copy of their collection of short films that ranges all the way from the 80s to present, with a lovely note from the band, telling me that they hoped I enjoyed what they sent along, and encouraging me to continue to make weird stuff. So awesome. I can't recommend The Residents enough. Just great people and bizarre. Like they're difficult watching, difficult listening, and I like that. I like art that challenges me. Speaking of art that challenges me, because we're gonna get ready and do a little raid in a minute here, and I think we might be heading to the room with Mega 64. For those who have not been following the saga and the story, let me clue people in with a quick refresher on Mega 64. Mega 64 are a video sketch group who have been around for over 20 years, primarily doing sketches about video games. They have worked in the highest of highs in the professional world of filmmaking. They worked on the Aquabat Super Show and on Yo Gabba Gabba. I appear in Season 3 of Mega 64. Briefly in one episode, as well as receiving shout-outs over the years on their podcast, and they wear my shirts and sketches sometimes. I've become friendly with them, having worked with them a little bit. About a year and a half ago, they had some troubles come their way via people doing chargeback scams on PayPal, and the company nearly closed. And the online community rallied around them, and between Patreon subscriptions and people just straight up donating to keep them afloat, they were doing better than they ever have. Every year they do a very experimental style live stream for Martin Luther King Week. Not MLK Day, MLK Week they call it, because they think it deserves a week instead of a day. Whether they say that to be silly or they say it to be serious is hard to say, but it's a lovely sentiment. And they always get weird with it. They do weird stuff for this stream. They always have. Last year, they did something called The Room, where they locked their lead guy, Rocco Bodie, in a room for a week. And the room was set up with things that could be triggered by the chat on Twitch to more or less torture Rocco. There was a flashbang of a bright light. There was sounds that could be played. And it drove him nuts. They had visitors come in that bothered him. Really interesting and cool stream. And every sub they got added a minute to the stream. And they got so many subs that the stream went a full week. He didn't get to leave that room. This year, they announced that they were doing another rendition of the room called B Room. And no one knew what B Room meant. And a timer started at midnight on MLK Day, and when it ran out, it flashed to the same room from last year, but the
It
only thing in
just
the room was
keeps
a
getting
broom
better.
and a little thing that said every sub adds 1 minute to the stream. And people
Manages to
started
hold it.
subbing and adding time, and nothing happened. It was just a broom. And then people stopped subbing because what the hell? There's
Big
nothing
air.
happening. So they had added enough time that it ran for 12 hours of just a broom in a room.
Ooh, good
And at the
truck
end of that 12
awareness.
hours, when the timer ran out, Rocco walks into the room and explains that
Wheelie!
last year, for a week, they tortured him alone in a room. And for the last 12 hours, he got to exact his revenge. You all got to
Unstoppable.
experience what he went through, where you were just in a room being watched because they sat back watching the
Manages to
chat.
hold
It
it.
was their turn. And then he went to leave the room to find that the door was locked. And a new timer appeared.
Ooh, good
And he has
truck
been trapped in the
awareness.
room ever since. He is currently right at the end of day 9 in this room, with a little bit less than 24 hours remaining. He will get out tomorrow around 4 p.m. our time, and he is still in there being tortured by the sounds we can play at him. There are things like there's a tube man you can set off in the room that has loud noises with it that freaks him out every time. There's a ball pit that you can force him to go sit in for 10 minutes. Uh, it's a great time, and they do weird things throughout the stream. And because it is the last night of that stream, that is 100% where we are jumping now. We are going to go raid Mega 64 for my favorite stream of the year, the Mega 64 MLK week stream. So I will say thank you all so much for hanging out. This stream was a lot of fun. It turned my night around. I was having a rough day until we got here, but I've been having a great time, and we are going to go raid Mega 64 and check out Rocco's last night in this year's room. And when you hop in there, when we land in there, let rip with some of my parry emotes. Let them know we're in there. Say hello, mess with them, get in on some jokes, enjoy the stream. It's a lot of fun. I've been watching it. I've been glued to it for a week and a half. So enjoy it. Thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for a duo stream with Johnny Torres. Until then, take care and enjoy Mega 64's The Room.